back to the next episode of No Cuts. आज हमारे साथ है दीक्षा, who is the owner of a jewelry brand called A Little Extra and who is popularly known on Instagram as
Always a little extra.
So Diksha, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure. And अब हम जानना शुरू करते हैं दीक्षा की story because mostly her posts on Instagram are all about body positivity. But before we do that, I want to know about her jewelry brand and also about her Instagram name, which is Always a Little Extra, as we said.
Okay.
So अब ये बताओ that when did you start your jewelry brand and what did you have in your mind?
So my jewelry brand came out of my love for jewelry. Like I have been collecting jewelry ever since I was a teenager, and कभी वो hair bands था, कभी earrings था, कभी neck pieces था. So every time you have like every phase is a different mood.
Yeah.
कभी आप कुछ collect करते हो, कभी आप कुछ collect करते हो. Over the period of time, I have like a huge collection of jewelry, and everywhere I go now, जैसे लोग souvenirs collect करते हैं. I just don't buy a fridge magnet or anything. I buy jewelry from everywhere.
Accessories. So you're an
Accessories.
hoarder.
Yeah, I'm a hoarder, big time hoarder. So wherever I go, I'll just buy a lot of accessories. And
So you can see she's wearing one of her jewelry pieces,
Yeah.
which is beautiful and which is extra.
yeah, so I think now you can merge the two, like because I am a big fan of jewelry, and I think that there's some in-depth beauty in handmade jewelry. Like एक तो कोई भी दो पीसेस सेम नहीं हो सकते हैं. Like अगर आप वो सेम दिखते भी होंगे ना, बट देन कुछ ना कुछ डिफरेंस है. कहीं पे ऑरेंज कलर ज़्यादा है, कहीं पे येलो ज़्यादा है, इसमें शायद एक दो बीट ज़्यादा होंगे, इसमें कम होंगे. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ द हैंडमेड इंडस्ट्री. एंड आई समवन नेवर लाइक बाइंग फ्रॉम H&M और बिग ब्रांड्स. खरीदा है उनसे भी, बट देन इतना मज़ा नहीं आता था क्योंकि वो सारे वो ही गोल्डन एंड सिल्वर के रेंज में चलते थे. बट देन आई एम अ वेरी कलरफुल पर्सन. लाइक आई लव कलर्स, एंड वो कभी जनपद की मार्केट से, कभी गोवा गई तो वहाँ से कोई शेल इयरिंग उठा लाई, कभी कहीं जयपुर गई तो जयपुर से, गुजरात गई तो गुजरात से. सो ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आई कलेक्टेड अ ह्यूज रेंज ऑफ ज्वेलरी, एंड ड्यूरिंग दिस लॉकडाउन आई स्टार्टेड माई लव फॉर. कहीं ज्वेलरी पहनने को नहीं था, बट देन आई टू स्टिल लव.
So during the lockdown you started?
Yes, I started working on it like in June, July, and then it came live around September.
Someone did something productive in 2020.
That's me. So September, so I was like कि कुछ नया लाना है, and my idea was to bring jewelry for every color. Like you have येलो, यू हैव पिंक. लाइक यूजली लोग क्या करते हैं कि गोल्डन या पिंक ड्रेस है, पिंक में येलो सिल्वर का काम है तो सिल्वर ज्वेलरी पहन लेंगे. बट आई वांटेड पीपल टू वेयर पिंक ज्वेलरी, पीपल टू वेयर येलो, ब्लू, पर्पल, मरून, ग्रीन, एवरी काइंड ऑफ कलर. लाइक व्हाटएवर कलर दे वांट, दे हैव अ ज्वेलरी फॉर दैट.
And they're all very affordable, right?
Yeah, so and the other thing was that India as a market is not somebody who can, not everybody can afford expensive stuff.
Right.
And लोग बहुत बेवकूफ़ बनाते हैं आपको हैंडमेड के नाम पे, क्योंकि वो आर्टिस्ट को उतने पैसे मिल ही नहीं रहे जितने में आप बेच रहे हो. So my idea was I never bargained with any of the artists. आप जो बोलोगे मैं आपको वो पैसे दूंगी. Even if you give me like whatever rate you give it to other people, I don't care. Like if you're giving me at a certain rate, whatever you are telling me, I'll give that to you. And then I price my product. Of course, there is a profit. Otherwise, why would it be called a business?
Right.
But then I make sure that the products are affordable to the end consumer, and yeah, that's how the brand started. And a little extra because they are extra. Also a derivative out of my own blog, which is Always a Little Extra. So I wanted my blog and my brand name to have that similarity.
Right.
So that's how the brand came into being.
So Diksha is a blogger, as she said in her talks right now. She's an entrepreneur. She started her jewelry brand in 2020, and also she's a fitness freak. So let's talk about the fitness game now. She's
Cool.
somebody. So when I was talking to her, Diksha, are you available for the shoot? She texted me at 7:30 or 8 in the
No,
morning.
5:30 or 6 in the morning.
I was like, listen, who gets up so early? I'm somebody who wakes up at 11 or 12 in the morning. So,
Yeah,
कैसे,
so-
when did you start gymming?
So I think I have been working out in different ways and forms ever since I was a child, because I've always been a fat kid. And I had always worked out because society had put that pressure in me कि पतली हो, वेट कम करो, ये करो, वो करो. So कभी दौड़ लगा रही थी, कभी कुछ कर रही थी. Every time there was a different thing, trying fat diets, all of that, but nothing really worked. Like my parents actually sent me to a boarding school कि वहाँ जाके तो दौड़ाएंगे तुम्हें तो तुम पतली हो जाओगी. And वो दौड़ाते थे, but I never lost any weight because that was never done with the right intent. Nor was it done in the right way. ठीक है. About 4 years ago, I guess, I was introduced to the concept of weight training, and I fell in love with it. And I did not do it because I wanted to look a certain way. I did it because I enjoyed it so much. And आज के दिन भी अगर मैं सुबह 5 या 6 बजे उठ के जिम जा रही हूँ, तो that is only because I love it so much that मैं उतनी motivated हूँ उस चीज़ के लिए. And I think more than motivation, it's a discipline that takes you the long way.
Absolutely.
So I'm just disciplined towards my workout, and also I love it a lot, and it just makes it fun. I think, you know, you see your progress not just in terms of your weighing scale, but in terms of how much can you lift now, what is the strength like.
So my next question was that, you know, how would you define fitness? Because mostly लोगों के दिमाग में fit का मतलब होता है somebody who is thin.
See, I do understand that your body has to be at a certain fat level, you know, your fat percentage has to be at a certain level for you to be healthy. But that does not equate that a thinner body is equal to healthy and a fatter body is equal to unhealthy. मतलब आज एक इंसान पतला हो सकता है but वो उतना ही unhealthy हो सकता है. So the concept of body positivity is that you need to still respect each and every body, irrespective of how they look, and you should not make any assumption basis on how they look.
Right.
Now I understand that I am in a fitness journey and it's not like कि मैं उसके लिए steps नहीं ले रही हूँ, ठीक है? But it's also not like I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I'll be thin if I start working out today. It will take me time. It's a process, right? You learn. Everything is a gradual process. Some people may reach their fitness goals in 6 months, 1 year, or some may take longer, and nobody should be disrespected basis that one.
Right.
And second, some people do end up losing 25 kgs in 10 months and that's it. But then what about later? Like, you know, you just don't work out because you need to lose weight. You work out because that helps you.
You don't do crash diets, right?
No, I don't. No. I stopped that a long time ago, and that was the best decision that I could have ever taken.
So I've seen so many, you know, actually most of the brides do this, that before getting married, they, you know, do crash diets from say 70, 75, they come up to 50 in like 2-3 months, and they're like, chalo bhai mera weight reduce ho gaya. And the moment they stop that diet,
of course,
they're back to square one.
So I think a lot of us have done it. It was my best friend's wedding last month, and I'm proud of myself because I did not put myself on a crash diet because my best friend was getting married, or otherwise I had to fit into a sari or a lehenga or whatever it was, because then that's done with the wrong intent altogether, right? I am working out continuously, but then that's for a higher ultimate goal, right? Like I need to be active throughout my life and not just for 2 to 3 months. Also because you're just putting your body under shock, like, you know, you're just not feeding them the right nutrition, you're just going on a 1000 calorie, 800 calorie diet, and then what happens is your body gets adjusted to that certain calorie, and then when you try and eat your normal diet, then your body is like, isko to itni khane ki zarurat hi nahi hai, and then you start putting on more weight. So the ideal way to go about is to have a sustainable diet. You can go on a calorie deficit if you want to lose weight, but then never go on a crash diet wherein you are, you know, starving yourself. If any diet is making you starve yourself, you're not on the right diet for sure.
So if I feel that if you are, you know, taking a particular diet, then you should follow that for a lifetime.
Correct. Your diet should be sustainable. Like if you're taking it today, you can take it for the next 6 years, 10 years, whatever number of years you want to live for.
If you do it for like 2 months and then leave it, it's not going to work. Show you results. So talking about gym now, when did you, so you said 6 years, 4 years?
4 years, about 4 years, yeah.
You started weight training. But do you ever feel that you don't, I mean, people around you, do they feel that, you know, she comes to the gym every day, she works out every day, but still she looks like this, she's not thin? Do people think like that?
I'll tell you what. So I did lose a lot of weight in this 4 years time, and there were, like, you know, for the first 2 years I lost a lot more weight, and then of course I gained some because there were periods, like not a lot of weight, but then I was mostly under my maintenance calories. Let's say the entire last year was a pandemic, right? Now I did not have access to the heaviest of tools, or let's say you did not have the right environment, or there was a lot happening in the world in general. So my entire idea was that देखो मेरे को खाना अच्छा खाना है, decent खाना खाना है, जिम भी नहीं जाना तो घर पे वर्कआउट करना है. I made sure I worked out throughout the pandemic. I just did not put myself under a lot of pressure, you know. I did not go on any crazy calorie deficit diet. I just wanted to be happy, and I think if I've been able to maintain my health, I did not catch any disease over the last 4 years. I'm healthy, and most importantly I'm very happy. So that is one. But then when like let's say now at the gym, people think think, would assume that I don't really go and talk to people at the gym. That's not me. But then I can see that glance, you know, that
exactly
that glance that 15 kg तो उठा रही है डंबल में, but दिखती तो ऐसे ही है. वो है, मतलब वो होता है. I think because people generally would expect that a girl with six-pack abs or some whatever have a leaner structure would come and
working out since 4 years and she still doesn't have the desired body.
तो वो assumption आ जाता है, but then you don't know what goes behind, right? Like I came from a weight of 105 kgs and then I got down to about 80 kgs. Now that happened because of whatever I could do. That does not mean that I cannot jump from 105 to 55 just like that. I might take longer, and that is my journey. I don't think anybody else should be concerned about that. I'm being able to do well for myself in life and at the gym and in my mind and my soul. I think that's a win-win for me.
Honestly, I have so much respect for all the people who wake up daily and go to the gym or work out every day, because it is a lifestyle. It is a discipline. I mean, you're disciplined, you know, if you're working out every day. So I don't care, you know, how you look, but if you're working out every day, hats off to you.
So I'll just show you guys something. I know, like, our Suhani might want to kill me, but then I'm actually wearing my tracks underneath because I have to go to the gym after this. I am also carrying my shoe.
ये देखो, मैं आज ये सोच रही हूँ मुझे अपना डे आज ऐसे प्लान करना, मेरा तो पक्का वर्कआउट मिस होगा आज. और ये नीचे ट्रैक्स पहन के
आई हूँ. बोले कि जिम सुबह तो आज हो नहीं पाया because I had a lot of work in the morning. So I'll go post this workout, post this interview. So I'll
see, this is the kind of discipline that you should have in your life, not because you want to look a certain way, but because you want to be healthy from inside.
From whatever, like how, see, your definition of health could be different from my definition of health.
Right.
But whatever your definition of health is, just make sure that you're doing it with the right intent and with the right way, and you're just disciplined towards it. Just don't do anything for 2 months for a short-term goal. Just make that your lifestyle. Just make it more sustainable, something that you can do for the rest of your life very happily.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is for all the people who are, you know, still in school or college. Were you ever bullied in school because of your weight?
A lot, of course, yes.
So people used to pull your hair or do what?
So not really. I think the fact that I was fat gave them an understanding that I'm not confident, and because that was the image of me in their minds, I think even I got underconfident because people around me thought I was underconfident, and people around me thought I was a tomboy, so I started believing in my head that I was a tomboy. And you know, and then when you're underconfident, and people tend to bully you, and then half the time, even if they're not intending to bully me, I would still think that they're bullying me because of my own insecurities. Right. So I would not blame it all on people around me. I would also blame it on myself, because I let myself feel so insecure.
You let the people get through you.
But then that's again a chicken and egg story, because if people showed love towards me, and my, you know, my own friends and family supported me and did not body shame me, I think I would not have been that insecure, and that would not have, because they body shamed me, so I felt uncomfortable, and then those insecurities came in. So it's a chicken and egg story. Right. But then having said that, I think there are a few people who would still understand you. It was not like कि हाँ सभी लोग तुम्हें body shame कर रहे हैं. The people who would understand you, they would show you the right track, and I think
this word mota and moti is like so commonly used. वैसे किसी को हम तू पतली इधर आ ऐसे नहीं बोलते.
Correct.
Mota moti is.
See, I'll tell you what, the word fat or calling somebody mota is not wrong, because that's a fact. But the intent with which you're calling is wrong.
So if supposedly my cousin, he was fat, you know, in his childhood, but now he's fit, but I still call him mota प्यार से.
ठीक है.
So would that still hurt him unintentionally?
See, it's a very personal judgment. Like, you know, what's the kind of relationship both of you have? Okay? Like, how comfortable is he with you saying that? One, how comfortable is he with the word? Now, my boyfriend calls me mots, and I call him chots. But that's a very cute relationship that we have between us two, and also because he has never intended to say me mots. There was never wrong intention, right? But then अगर कोई मुझे रास्ते पे चलते हुए मोटी मोटी करके चिल्ला रहे, they're never saying it with the right intention.
Right.
So that's what is bad. I call him chot because he's shorter to me in height, right? But then that does not make.
So basically, that's just an adjective to define you. And if it's with a clear intent, it's fine.
Yeah, it should be with a happy and a healthy intent. It should not be like you're trying to undermine somebody's presence by calling him whatever you're calling him. That's there.
So if you had to give a message to all the young people in school and college कि जो मोटे हैं और उनको बुली अगर कोई कर भी रहा है तो वो कैसे अपने आप को
So I think one, you need to start telling yourself that you're beautiful, because people around you won't stop. There'll be somebody somewhere, कोई ना कोई आता ही रहेगा. It's not going to stop. So you need to empower yourself with better thoughts. You need to validate yourself. You know, you stop seeking for validation from outside. Tell yourself that you're beautiful, because when you say that and you feel better about yourself, you can do much more. And also, I think, like, you know, what has really helped me is taking healthier steps towards my lifestyle, because then I know I'm trying my best to be better. When you're not trying better, when you're not trying to become better, then you're still, you know, you're still like a lazy couch potato. So but then start doing things to make your life better. Start, and not just in the fitness or the health category, but otherwise
look in the
also
mirror and appreciate
yourself.
I think that's the best thing to do.
You do
I
it.
wake up, I mean, whenever I'm in front of the mirror, I tell myself, you are the best.
So no, I'm not that kind of self-love, but then I think I just like I put like various self quotes around my house. So whenever I'm having a bad day and like अगर मैं कहीं मुड़ती हूँ मेरे को वो दिखता है तो automatically it makes me feel better. Surround yourself with people who can feed you with positive thoughts. Follow other creators. Follow creators. Follow people on Instagram that can make you, that can help you with your anxiety levels, or you know, with your issues. But most importantly, have faith in yourself that you are better than what other people think of you, and do better. Like, you know, it's not just words. You need to also follow it up with your actions. So take considerable amount of action to make your life better, healthier, happier.
And just start loving yourself, I feel.
Always.
Okay, so talking about your relationship with your boyfriend, how long has it been?
It's been over 4 years.
Ooh, so that's when you started weight training, and that's when, you know, he came into your life.
I had been working out, but then, you know, it was always wrong. But then when I started dating him, I was not weight training then, but then we still fell in love. And then I told him that, you know, so I remember we went on a thing. I'd gone on a trip, okay, and then I wanted to go for paragliding, and then there was this weight limit there that, you know, people only over under 90 kgs could do it. And that's when it struck me that, you know, fuck dude, like I cannot do the basics. I cannot explore so many adventurous activities because I would love adventure. I'd always been like, you know, a very sporty person. I have played all kinds of sports, but I cannot do paragliding because of my weight. That's when I came up to him and told him that, look, I want to lose weight and I want to be healthier because I want to do all these activities that my weight is pulling me down from. So then he introduced me to the concept of weight training, where he told me, you know, like he took me on a Sunday afternoon to my gym, and he was like, I'll teach you the basics of exercises. So he was the first person who made me hold dumbbells and not make me feel inferior. Like, you know, otherwise trainers at the gym, it's the first day at the gym, you cannot really hold a 5 kilo dumbbell or even a 10 kilo dumbbell or whatever kgs. You have to hold whatever you can hold, right? So he was the first person who gave me a 2.5 kg dumbbell and did not make me feel inferior कि वो तुमसे सिर्फ 2.5 kilo भी नहीं उठ रहा है. He was like, whatever you can pick, like, you know, even if it's 1 lb, just pick it up, start it. And I think that's when it happened. And then because even he is also a fitness enthusiast, so it makes it all very comfortable for us, because when you're dining out, we have the similar eating choices. We go to the gym together, so it makes it, you know, in the morning it's not very difficult for you to wake up when you know, acha, he's also coming, or he's picking me up and we're going to the gym together. We work, and he pushes me every day, I push him every day. हम वो 8 निकालो तो मुझे एक और वो मुझे बोलता है कि चल हो जाएगा कर. So that's how it rolls, and I think that's, so I think it's not because of him that I do better, but then we just grow together.
Nice. That's a very, very cute relationship, I feel.
It is.
Touch wood to that. Okay, so do you ever feel that you are not good enough for your boyfriend?
Never.
No? Okay, that's
I'm very good for him. He is very good. So I never feel I am he's way better for me, or like, you know, he deserves somebody better or hotter. I don't feel that way. He's just a very nice person, and I just wish to have that kind of emotional stability in me to support him whenever he is in need. I do understand, and vice versa. I do understand that he's a more giving person, and I don't tell myself that he's better than me, but then I would want to give him that support equally. I think I'm a bitchier person than he is. He's a very sweet person.
He looks like one.
He is a very.
In pictures you can make out, something.
He's a very pleasant person. So there's a storm. There's somebody who's the storm and somebody who's the calm in the relationship. I'm the storm.
He's the calm.
He's the calmer one. Yeah. I'm the high tide. He's a low tide.
All right. So now we come to the last question, which is extremely, big. So Shraddha Kapoor, famous actress, started following Diksha a few days back, and she posted it on her, stories, and I was like, what? Which is crazy. And then, they had a little chat also.
Yeah.
So I think, what do you have to say about that? How's that feeling?
So it was very overwhelming, to be very honest. In fact, it's not just Shraddha Kapoor as such, but then even someday you wake up and you see there's an increase of 400 followers or 500 followers. Yeah. And then it gives you a sense of understanding that whatever you're creating content on, it's actually it's valuable, and that people, you're not the only one. So it gives me a certain sort of understanding that ये मेरी स्टोरी अकेले की नहीं है, ये उन 30,000 और लोगों की स्टोरी है. And when Shraddha Kapoor followed and then she appreciated my content, it feels it's reaching the right audience, and also it acts as a boost, right? That you see your content going somewhere. So it was just a very overwhelming feeling when I felt that maybe one day the content has the capacity to reach much more people, and I'll just keep creating content forever. And I am a marketing professional also, and I have a jewelry business, and that's purely because blogging is not my bread and butter. It does not make me money, but I just love doing it because it gives me a lot of happiness. I think that's the kind of work I want to do for life, just to fulfill myself.
Right. And the reason why I started this talk show was because I wanted to tell stories of, the kind of, exactly, the kind of people that I, bring on my show. They're extremely relatable to their particular audiences.
Correct.
So I could, totally relate that whatever content you're making is valuable.
Right. So I think, so I don't have like a lot of followers who would just write on a picture, hot picture, good DP, nice click. They're people who actually have conversations with me, and I value that conversation so much. I really hate the fact that there are endless number of unread messages right now, and because I also try to not spend too much time on social media, but then I feel bad that I'm not being able to answer them. So I do make sure that I try and answer a few every day, but then if you are one of my followers and watching this, and if I've not answered your comment or your message, I'm so sorry, but no, in my heart I always read them, but I just don't answer all of them because एक तो वो इतने लंबे होते हैं, and I was like मैं इसको क्या reply करूँ, मेरे को बहुत सोच समझ के reply करना पड़ेगा, और फिर मैं उस to
it's
reply properly
possible to, reply to each
one of them. But I love you guys, all of you, if you're watching this.
All right, so that was the end of the show, and we have a little something to give it to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
Enjoy
you.
your goodies, and thank you for saying yes to us.
Of course. So I'll just give you a brief of how I met Suhani. I was planning my trip to Italy, and that's when I saw Suhani's stories and posts. I was like, I have to ask her. She looks like a nice, approachable person. And then messaged her, and then she was like,
proved you right, huh? I'm approachable.
You are. I have approached her over the period of time also for different reasons. She's a sweetheart.
Yay! So thank you for watching, guys. No cuts.